Michael Harrison sat in the diner booth, his expensive suit drawing curious glances. At 42, he'd built a tech empire worth hundreds of millions, but lately, success felt hollow. His wife had left him 2 years ago, saying he cared more about money than family. Now it was just him and his 7-year-old daughter, Sophie. "Daddy, can I have pancakes?" Sophie asked. "You can have whatever you want, sweetheart," Michael said, reviewing emails on his phone. The diner was busy with families. Across from them, a young woman tried to manage 2 small children, a girl about Sophie's age and a boy, maybe 5. The woman wore a waitress uniform and was carefully counting coins on the table. "I'm hungry, Mommy," the little girl said. "I know, sweetie. Let me see what we can afford." The woman separated the coins into small piles, doing mental math. Michael tried to ignore them, but Sophie had noticed too. The waitress approached. "What can I get you folks?" The young mother looked up. "Can we get 2 orders of oatmeal, please? And 1 orange juice they can share." "That's all? That's all we can afford today." The woman's voice was quiet, embarrassed. Michael went back to his phone. "Daddy." Sophie tugged his sleeve. "Those kids only get oatmeal, and they have to share 1 juice. That's their choice, honey. We don't interfere." Sophie was quiet while they ordered pancakes for her, an omelet for him. But she kept looking at the other table, where the children ate small bowls of oatmeal, trying to make it last when their food arrived. Sophie looked at her large stack of pancakes, then at the other table. "Daddy, can I share with them?" Michael looked up. "What?" Sophie pointed at the family. "Those kids, they're hungry. I have a lot of pancakes. Sophie, that's not appropriate. But they're hungry. You always say we should help people who need help. I say that about charity, not about bothering strangers. Isn't it the same thing?" Before Michael could respond, Sophie had slid out with her plate and walked over. "Excuse me?" Sophie said politely. "My name is Sophie. I have too many pancakes. Would your kids like some?" The young mother looked startled. "Oh, that's sweet, but we're fine. But I can't eat them all," Sophie insisted. "And they look hungry. Please." The little girl looked hopefully at her mother. "Mommy, can we?" Michael approached, intending to apologize. But when he saw the young mother's face, pride warring with hunger, he stopped. "I'm so sorry," the woman said. "Your daughter is very kind, but we're okay." "Actually," Michael said, "Sophie's right. She always orders too much. If your kids could help finish it, we'd appreciate it. If it's going to waste anyway." Sophie set the pancakes on their table. The children dug in with enthusiasm that showed they'd been hungrier than oatmeal could satisfy. "Thank you," the woman said quietly. "This is very kind. I'm Michael Harrison. This is Sophie, Rachel Murphy. This is Lily and Tyler." "Mommy works 2 jobs," Lily announced. "She gets tired," Rachel flushed. "Lily, don't. It's okay," Michael said, sitting across from her while Sophie sat with the other children. "What do you do?" "I'm a waitress during the day, and I clean office buildings at night. My mom watches the kids when I'm working, but she's sick this week." They talked while the children ate. Rachel told him about her struggles, childcare costs, medical bills, the constant juggling of which bill to pay. "Why don't you look for a better job?" Michael asked. "I've tried, but I don't have a degree, and most better-paying jobs require experience I don't have. I'm doing the best I can." Sophie had become fast friends with Lily and Tyler. "Daddy, can they come play at our house?" "Sophie, I'm sure they have plans." "We don't have plans," Lily said, hopefully. "Lily," Rachel said firmly, "we don't invite ourselves to people's houses." But Michael found himself saying, "Actually, we'd love to have you. Our house is too quiet with just the 2 of us." Rachel looked skeptical. "Mr. Harrison, you don't know us." "I know, but my daughter just taught me a lesson about helping people. It seems wrong to ignore it." At Michael's estate, the children ran through the yard while Michael and Rachel sat on the patio. "This is where you live?" Rachel asked. "It's too big. Most rooms stay empty." They watched the children play, and Michael opened up about his company, his divorce, how he'd forgotten to build a life while building wealth. "You know what's funny? I have hundreds of millions of dollars, but watching you with your kids this morning, I envied you. Envied me. I can barely afford oatmeal. You're present with your children. You sacrifice for them. They know they matter." Over the following weeks, Michael thought about Rachel and her children. He'd given her money that day more than he should have, but she'd accepted it as a loan. He'd also offered her a job at his company, but she'd refused charity, so Michael arranged something different. He hired Rachel as a house manager, overseeing the staff, managing the property, helping with Sophie. It was a real job with real responsibilities that paid enough for Rachel to quit her other jobs. "Why are you doing this?" Rachel asked. "'Cause my daughter asked if she could share. And I realized I've spent years building an empire, but forgetting to build anything meaningful." Rachel started the job, moving into the guest house. Tyler and Lily became constant companions for Sophie, and the empty house felt like a home. 6 months later, Michael stood watching Sophie, Lily, and Tyler decorate a Christmas tree. Rachel was beside him. "Thank you," Michael said quietly. "For what?" "For teaching me what matters." "Your daughter taught both of us." "Rachel, I've fallen in love with you, with your strength, your dignity, the way you loved your children." "Michael, I'm a single mother with 2 kids and no money. Don't want anyone else. I want you. All of you. I love you too. I was just afraid you'd think I was after your money. I know you're not. You fought me every step." They married 6 months later. At the reception, Michael gave a toast. "A year ago, my daughter asked, 'Daddy, can I share with them?' I almost said no. Instead, she taught me that sharing isn't just about money. It's about opening your life to people who matter." Sophie tugged his sleeve. "Daddy, I'm glad you let me share my pancakes." Michael laughed and hugged her. "Me too, Sophie. Me too." Sometimes the most important questions come from children. Sometimes sharing pancakes leads to sharing lives. If this story touched your heart, please like and share it. Subscribe for more stories about unexpected connections. Leave a comment about when a child taught you an important lesson. Your stories inspire us all.